how the new PMP exam is different than the older one. So, when we talk about new, it means something which gets started from January 2021 and how this new exam content outline is different from the previous one which we already had. Now, the way I see it, the previous project management exam content outline was focusing on, do you understand the project management processes? The new exam content outline is also focusing on, do you understand project management processes? But on top of it, they started talking about 3 more areas or views one they believe the project manager should be expert in: people, business and agile way of working. In a way, the agile way of working is included in project management processes, but these are the 3 new dimensions which are added in the new PMP exam. Let us explore them one by one. The dimension which is related to people. Now, earlier way of looking at PMP exam, it was more systematic, and I believe it still holds some value, but nowadays the things are becoming very dynamic and there is always a trend on empowering people and becoming more like a facilitator and coach and mentor for the team so that they can execute their work, rather than you are always giving them perfect plan and they are always executing it. Because things are very dynamic, only by enabling people you can produce better result. So, considering that focus, because people are important, the new PMP exam content outline is saying that 42% of your question will be coming from people domain. Now, what is this people domain? You can categorize this people domain in 2 dimensions, working with your own development team and working with the stakeholders who are impacted by your project. When you talk about working with your own development team, there was a knowledge area before talking about resource management that still gives you good ideas, but you need to go beyond those ideas. And similarly for stakeholder, we had a stakeholder management knowledge area before as well, but now we need to go a little more beyond what is given in the past. And especially when it comes to exam, you can find more questions coming in the people aspect, which is related to your team as well as to the stakeholder. So, that is the one a difference in the new PMP exam. The second one, business. Now, many times the project manager was looking at starting of the project and finishing as per given in the contract or as the charter, and my job is over. Now, over a period of time, it has been realized that the role of a project manager is not limited to just executing and getting things done as told in the project charter or as given in the project scope. It goes beyond, and first it is there before the project charter come into the place, like understanding the business case of it, real problem which the project is expected to solve. So, you are getting into need identification domain, more and more project managers. And another area which is after the project, what happens, what really happen when your project is released, are you getting the desired benefit, how your stakeholders are getting value from your work. You can call it benefit realization and something which you remain involved once your project is over. So, these 2 business focused part which starts from the starting of the project or before the project, and you ensure that alignment remains during the project, because you also need to see what happens after the project. So, 8% of those questions are added. This is something purely new which was not there in before in any way by directly or indirectly, but now you will find these 8% questions which are coming from business domains. Now, agile. Now, across the line, be it people, be it business and be it processes of doing project management, like working with the team, working with the cost, working with the schedule and working with risk, other areas, agile way of working need to be considered. Now, the PMBOK 6 was already talking about agile ways of working for many years, but now it will get tested in exams as well. You will get questions which are related to agile hybrid way of working or adaptive or hybrid way of working, where you are mixing the various approaches in order to deal with changing environment, in order to deal with some part of the project might be very in a dynamic change environment, some part might be in a predictable environment. So, the people who are preparing for the PMP exam now, they need to look at each problem from multiple approaches point of view. So, when you are looking at say estimating cost, you need to see how I estimate cost in the non-agile world, predictive world, and how do I estimate cost in predictive world, and how I end up mixing these 2 things. I might have part of the project cost coming as a predictive cost estimation, and part of the project cost might be coming as an adaptive cost estimation. So, the indication about all these areas were already there in PMBOK 6, but not very well tested in the exam. Now, in the new PMP exam, we are expecting a good number of questions, around 50% will take across, you can say, process as well as people as well as a business, they will reflect on agile way of working. So, this is how the new PMP exam is little different from the previous PMP exam.